We're back at RamZ's with Corey RamZ, and I guess as usual lately, we're going to talk about the precious metals.
Yeah, let's at least get an idea of what some of that stuff's going for. Right now, we've got silver at $58.28. Currently, it's down about 28 cents today. But, you know, we've been hovering a little over 60, so it's down a little bit. And then gold right now is $4,063, which seems like it's been right around that 4 range for quite a bit. Still moving up and down, but that's been where it's been hovering. So, as we've said before, if you guys have needs of either liquidating stuff to get a project done and you're trying to move it, it's not a horrible time to sell. And then also, it's again with where it's been, it's not a horrible time to buy either.
That's right.
So
that's right.
you can do either right at this point. One thing I wanted to, the reason I'm over in this seat instead of over where my dad, I'm in my spot where Dad's usually at, is I wanted to show you, we've got some of the 2026 rolls of quarters. There's one in here. You can kind of see the dime, 2 different quarters. There's this one and this one. And then you've got the $50 there. And this is something that we're not selling currently until we get to, when you swing over to this. This is a mint set. This is the only way you can get a penny for this year. They only made it in the mint and the proof sets.
Interesting.
And so you're going to get through some of that. Is going to be something we will have. We're looking to try to find some ways to buy it. My dad just pointed this out and wanted me to show. This is the halves for the year. You've got some different quarters in there, and then the dimes across the top. And what are we at? Like about $3 a piece on most of that? One to 3. The dimes are about $1, and then the quarters and the halves are somewhere between 2 and 3 range. So it's pretty nice. This is one of those, because of the anniversary year, this is one of those weird years where I think things are going to potentially gain some traction later on.
They look interesting.
Yeah, I think so. We've been getting some of that kind of stuff rolling in. We also have had some unusual things like this where you've got the 1938 D over D Buffalo nickel. And that means the mint mark has been double stamped. And so we're getting some unusual stuff in. Did we end up selling those, the Barber dime and all that high end? We got a Barber dime, probably the nicest looking Barber dime.
What is a Barber dime?
So it would be a precursor to, so you'd have your, Roosevelt, and then you've got Mercury dime, and then the Barber dime would have been the precursor to the Mercury. And that has almost like a Lady Liberty head sort of look to it, but it's they call it the Barber dime. Anyway, this was uncirculated, and it was just the nicest looking one I'd had in a while. What was the other one we had in? It was a V-nickel that was uncirculated, 2 V-nickels that were uncirculated. And man, you just don't get that stuff from that era, because on the V-nickel, that would have been, they also call it Liberty nickels, but that would have been the current spendable nickel now, and then Buffalo nickel, then V-nickel. So you'd be talking 1800s into 1900s, so early stuff. But anyway, so we're getting stuff like that all the time. People are bringing their collections in. That person, this is a weird story. That person, a cousin had gotten into the house, and apparently when they brought the bag in with the little folder, she thought that was full, and the bag had stuff in it, and there was only 4 coins in the folder.
Oh.
So she's hoping to try to figure that out, because she's the executor, and try to get that liquidated, and more than half of it was gone. So things happen, but we are looking forward to, hopefully she can find the rest of that stuff and bring it in at some point.
Yeah.
I thought what we do is just, we're constantly putting stuff on the shelves, showcases here, and then they're making their way out to the showcase areas. And so we'll just kind of look and see what's new.
Sure.
And show you some of the aisle. And then, so I'll come around here, and we've probably seen some of this stuff, but we just got in, I know this is new for us for the videos. We got some new marble and button containers here, just stuff people like to collect. We got this Remington piece here, this little small guy here, and then the other Spirit of the Confederacy. That statue there was kind of interesting. We got it's not lit up right now, but I got a lighted tattoo sign. If somebody's got a tattoo shop, that's pretty nice. But there's just, as you kind of come down here, there's just things that get set up there until they get moved into aisles. We've been in the toy aisle before and sports aisle. But if you go into stuff like this, You're going to see we have some of our leftover Legos from the other side, and this is just full of all kinds of Lego stuff. The next aisle is pretty much like Western themed right here, and we've got like John Wayne, Lone Ranger, all kinds of like just toy stuff throughout. And there's like, here's a diorama sort of thing with a little guy there. There's puzzles and buttons and badges and you name it. The next one over is just a toy aisle, and it's almost, most of this stuff is not the, the Star Wars and things like that. This is going to be more lithograph tins that wind up and roll. You've got like little guys that make noises, or these Sesame Street guys right here. They're weeble wobble sort of things where they have a rounded bottom. But there's just all kinds of different things mixed in, and we could just go on from aisle, down an aisle, but it just keeps coming, and people bring things in. We're constantly filling in showcases, and you're bound to find something you like if you come into our store. So swing in anytime. If you have questions about what's where, we can definitely help you find things. And so
You're very nice.
Yeah.
I never really looked at this one as close as
It's so cool, right?
So many memories.
Oh, yeah. You got like guys riding horses. You got like, just all kinds of, there's medallions, a salt and pepper shaker I see. There's a little mug here, like a little either shaving or coffee mug, whatever. But just all kinds of stuff.
All right.
So,
It's all happening at RamZ's Emporium on Fairview Drive.
we'll see you soon.